Okay, howdy folks, welcome back to my channel. Tech IRL here, back today. It is now the 30th of December, she's 3:27 a.m. Tomorrow is going to be New Year's Eve. We are soon walking into 2024, and because of that, excuse me, my man. You should be set to 24. Why are you 25? I am cooking here. I think that is 24. Maybe. No, we have been pressing this remote so many times without it actually reaching the pump. So this one is not even synchronized in any form, way, shape or form. So shit. But now that ain't blasting my back. So I just want to come back here 2022 and kind of reflect back on what we have done in 22. You know, we have done a lot. 2022 has kind of been like a busy year for me. It's been a very busy year for me. If you look at my gaming channel here, you can see all the gaming side of things. I haven't been that active. I have only produced like how many videos this year? Like 50. Yeah, like 98 videos as far as my gaming channel goes, so a lot less active than what I would like to be. Main reason for that being that I've been quite busy on the IRL side of things. I mean, if you go and look at my IRL channel, I don't even know how many videos I have uploaded this year. I have uploaded a lot this year. So here we have 50 videos. Hundred videos, 150 videos, yeah, so about 180 videos maybe have I produced for IRL this year, and it's been a honk of a year. I will probably throw in a few clips in the background here now, just some source clips from various videos we have done throughout this year. Didn't do any 2D video this year because things didn't really turn out the way I wanted this year, so didn't really record anything from that, even though I have some footage from it, but I never posted it. Other amazing things that's been happening this year, as you guys know, back in summer I got quote-unquote my first car after my grandfather passed away. It's also been kind of an stressful / emotional year, but I'll get into that later. But back this summer when my grandfather passed away, I got to take over his Volvo S80, 2005 model Volvo S80, 133 horsepower D5. So that was fun. I also started practice driving this summer. Was it this summer or was it last summer? No, it was this summer, yeah. Started practice driving this summer properly, even though I've had the rights to practice drive ever since I was 15. So ever since 2018 I've had the rights to practice drive, just never gotten around to it before now because of some legal reasons that I'm not gonna go in on. Not really legal reasons, but medical reasons that I'm not gonna go in on, which was kind of unrightfully done and stuff. So just wanted to make sure that I had that on the way. So yeah, I started practice driving and stuff. To go back onto the car, even though we have done a lot to the car. One of the first things I did to the car was actually swap the fuel filter on it, funnily enough, because he had a Vicks filter, a Vicks diesel filter just laying in the back of the car. So I was just like, I might as well swap it while I'm standing here. So we swapped the fuel filter on my car and all of that. Other than that, we started tearing out the old RTI navigation system, the ripping out the phone module and stuff. We fixed the button for a latch on the trunk, so that worked properly because the connector had corroded out. And then 5th of August, whatnot, me and Oscar drove the car down. And you know, after the car came down was when shit started to quote unquote really happen. One of the first things that really happened was that we swapped out. I can't remember if we did this after. Yes, we did that after, I believe, because we were standing in the cold doing that. Actually, I think that was in like September or something. I don't remember, but I need to check that, lol. Scroll back. So that was our trip back. Yeah, so what happened? I don't know why those two are swapped, to be completely honest with you. Oh, into the new frame, yeah. So once I got the car down, we installed the CAN bus adapter and stuff, so we threw my Simrig radio, quote unquote, the Pioneer DS720, into the car, and then we also ordered the frame and installed it properly, and then we cleaned the car up and stuff, swapped battery clamps and all that kind of stuff. Then just a few days later we started running RCAs and installing the GZ-IP230 with the GZ-IA 1.700 amp. So that turned out very good. And then I tried to get my brake discs off before we went down to Stavanger and did a video down in my girlfriend's apartment, some Unity talk, some flights, cleaned out her, got her internet up and running, cleaned out her Xbox 360E, pulled some all-nighters, whatnot, and whatever. And then come back to November 4th, and I was back when I uploaded the Acer Nitro 5 AM5517 unboxing, which is this laptop, which I had a lot of problems with, which I explained in the earlier video. We came back, then we started doing some setup upgrades. I got the new monitor arm for my setups and stuff. And then finally, November 6th, we actually, that was supposed to be changing the brakes on my car, but that footage got deleted by accident or corrupted in some way. For some reason, it didn't get moved over properly. That never became a full video. Then we removed all the rear speakers out of the car. Then, well, our shit happened with the ground fault and the short circuit stuff that was happening. Then we said goodbye to our Arduino heating system. We moved all that over onto the NCE and stuff. So this has been a very exciting year as far as my electrical and heat. Okay, I'm just gonna pause that real quick. Holy shit. Det är inte så bra så bara här. And then yeah, so we got that entire shit, swapping to winter tires and all that, and ground wires and stuff. Then come November, where we did the new bathroom heater contactor and some CCT programming when I got CCT to work on my Answer Control laptop. We're still having issues with SCT. I'm gonna have to try and find an older version of Windows if in some other shape or form to get SCT installed, so that's a pain and a half. Whatever, we'll figure out of it. Then new ABS sensor and brake shields for my car. How long have I been recording? Even 10 minutes, actually not long. ABS sensor, and then pretty much, and then I finally managed to recover the footage from when I picked up Oscar at the airport. It was really the first or no, wait, no, I think the first quote-unquote driving vlog from me was when we drove to Fauske, where it cutted before we got to Fauske, and then my second driving vlog, besides from the vlog, the time-lapse of us driving back home, or the driving vlog where I was driving, was when I picked up Oscar at the airport, when I finally got that recovered. And then begins our madness, which happened in November, start of December, which is us moving around the racks turned into madness, where pretty much the audio rack turned into only a network rack. We put up new cable channels on the wall, tore up the wall in the process, had to repaint and respackle the wall, and all that jazz. And then we started painting the roof with paint, never by Biltema paint again. And then we started setting up our new install box with our new electrical system and new Janssen Control heating system. So yeah, so I now have how many parts of this up, I wonder? Yeah, I now have 14 parts of that up. We have installing the ACL panel, process, PLC, it's in, running cables and programming, CCT programming, a morning walk and axle control breakers, PID program for the VMA, the NAE, and then we have the let's try and make this work. Well, one of the wire blocks arrived, getting redirecting NC through VMA through NAE, and then the FEC is here and the FEC is in and working ish. Had just wired it, they said it was going to be fun, they said, and we are racing the clock, which was the video I did on the day where I was leaving to head up here. So good shit. So that place is currently a mess, so I gotta try and clean that up when I'm back home before I start on any new projects. So that's great shit. And then come now December, I was up here, did a few update videos really, and then my latest video, which was just tearing half my mom's car apart just to get a connector on the bloody bulb of the Renault Clio, which is why I hate compact cars. Still gotta remember that next time we head to Fauske, we gotta stop by Biltema and pick up a 10mm bolt for that, since that the head of that one snapped off, so gotta remember that. And then skipping back again per se to quote unquote before we started talking about the car. We did some barbecue vlogs, and then cleaning at my mom's place, and where we started sanding down the balcony and stuff, I believe. Yeah, we sanded down mom's balcony and we stained it. Our electric lawnmower died, so we swapped out to another battery-driven electric lawnmower, which was either a good thing or a bad thing, because we ended up having to buy 2 more batteries, and the handles are currently held together by 2 nails because the screws, butterfly screws, quote unquote, which was in there, well, they fell out. So good shit. We found one of them. Where the other one is, we don't know. I also showed you guys the old Mindstead, installing new fire alarms and stuff. And then before that, we were working on Oscar's 3D printer and a lot on his car, wiring in his mids and trebles, and working on his entire stereo system, as well as his car in general a lot. This was back in April, where I also did some Grand MA programming and lighting work with timecode and stuff, which I did on my actual IRL channel instead of CHK, as well as a night walk in Trondheim with some Grand MA work. More stereo work on Oscar's car and all of that stuff. A lot of a day in my life and rewiring and stuff, and then back in March/February was a little hanky honky year for me. That was a time for me because that was the time where I had that whole like sickness or whatnot, and the thing going on with my chest or whatever, which, well, I'm sitting here today, and I did like another test when I got sick here in November whatnot, or was it October, after I came back from Kat's place, my girlfriend's place, and that came out negative for any like white blood cells or pathological cells or whatever the fuck. So apparently it was nothing. So here we are. Or it was something, but my body handled it, I guess is way. But basically that was the time where I started doing a lot of things that I never really thought I would be doing. First of all, I picked up a TV back in, or let's go to go here. Yeah, so it all started back on, well, so a day in my life, got better, got worse, follow up on the fuse box, yes. Why I haven't been uploading, yeah, so back on 4th of February was when it kind of all started, and I was still uploading some stuff from when I was up north. Then I got better and started cleaning out some services stuff. Then it got worse again. Then I had some older videos, which is more electrical work. Then on February 21st, I got my TV bench and unboxed a lot of Amazon packages. More updates came 27th, and then quick forward to 9th of March, then I got my field back. So that was when we did when I had gotten like my TV box and stuff and did all of that. And then fast forward, quote unquote, a few days to the 5th of March, I picked up my TV. It was a Samsung AU6905, a 55-inch. Well, on the website it says 55-inch, on the box it says 50-inch, so I'm a little unsure if it's actually a 55-inch or if it is a 50-inch, but oh well. And then just a few days later, So the 18th of March, although the upload happened like way later, I picked up the JBL 2.4 soundbar, which was probably the biggest mistake of my life. I should at least have gone for the JBL 300, because then I would have had more adjustability as far as mids, bass, mids and treble within the JBL 1 app. So at least going up to that would be ideal, although I've been thinking about two things: just running a surround receiver, which is probably what I'm gonna end up doing in the end. If not, I do some fancy like DAC system where I run one DAC for each channel, or one DAC handles front, left, right, another DAC handles side, side, another DAC handles rear, rear, and then one mono DAC handles the center, or one DAC handles center plus dot one, so the sub, and then sends all that into individual amplifiers and then just shoots that all out. But my idea to begin with is to either return or sell off my JBL 2.1 soundbar, and if I can find a used JBL 5.1 bar, the generation 1, I'm going to be picking that up, because that's the soundbar my aunt has, and you don't get as much adjustability as far as the mids and the trebles go, but you have a dedicated bass up and down, which is a plus minus key, not a just 3 level key, and you can crank that thing up to like 30 or maybe even more, and it's giving me exactly the amount of bass I want out of my subwoofers on that system, which means really what I'm saying is that JBL's ecosystem on their soundbars has been degraded since their earlier products, if you ask me, as far as the software side of things go, and the amount of power they're actually allowing you to push out of the subwoofers, because on the JBL 2.1 bar it is a 300 watt subwoofer. Me that has listened to multiple 300 watt subwoofers, even 100 watt subwoofers, and they got much more juice than what I am able to push out of that subwoofer without having an internal equalizer on, say, the laptop I have connected or something running as well. Running the raw sound, I'm not pushing 300 watts out of that sub because they're limiting you. So yeah, anywho, fast forward to well, the 20th of March we was up on Tunsjødal Kraftwerk and changed and re-uploaded / fixed up PLS that broke, whatnot, inverting my pedals, upgrading to 3090 and stuff. So yeah, really that's all I got to say. 2023 has been a busy year for me. So yeah, so it's been a wild year for me, and 2024 is not gonna get any less wilder, because already when we are back, I've already gotten snaps from Oscar, already when we are back. So first of all, 2024, besides from the New Year's Eve video and maybe a video in between, it's gonna be me picking up Kat at the airport. Then it's gonna be when me and Kat heads back down to Trondheim. Then it's gonna be when I upgrade to a 3960X Threadripper and a TRX 40 Asus Prime workstation motherboard and completely upgrade my gaming rig. As well as Stage K is gonna get some interesting content, because I also got a Graname 2 Command Wing. Granted, it's most likely a clone, but it will allow me to have a physical work surface to work in Graname 2 on PC, and if it does actually grant me the 2048 parameters, which it seems like it does, because I think it's got like a converter chip for something, like a hardware chip that gives you like those parameters, whatnot, obviously running the MA2 firmware. I can then get those parameters, which means I can control, well, a fair amount of lights, even moving heads, a hell of a lot of flat parts, like flat parts and mini parts and those kind of stuff, which is the lights I'm dealing most with. Most of them only takes up like 8 channels, and some of them doesn't act as parameters. I believe shutter is one parameter, but I believe RGB white goes as one parameter, I believe. Quote me on this if I'm wrong, but I believe that all acts as one, that color acts as one parameter. And as far as moving lights, tilt and turn and sway whatnot, I believe is one parameter. So it's kind of interesting, and the nice thing is that I can buy secondhand on PC nodes, and I can actually add one, but just one singular MA2 NPU, and that will unlock me 4098 parameters in MA 92. No, 4096 parameters in MA2 on PC. And then on top of that, I can add one 2K on PC node, and then including the 2048 parameters I also get from the command wing. That means I have effectively with one NPU, one 2K node, and one command wing, I have officially maxed out the on PC parameter count, which is 8192 parameters. And with that, I can control a very big show, a bigger show than most of the shows I'll ever do, at least for the next couple of years. So good shit. So that's going to be happening, and then I don't know how much videos. It will maybe not be much gaming content either, probably a little bit, but my cat is here, my girlfriend. Probably a lot of time is gonna go towards spending time with her. Of course, she wants to do her getting dailies and stuff, then I'll probably record and edit some video in the meantime. But most of my afternoons is gonna be spent with her, cuddling, watching anime, whatever. Chilling with her, going out in town with her, maybe hanging out with her and some of her friends, something like that, maybe inviting them over, stuff like that. So a lot of time is going to be prioritized on my girlfriend in February, so just be aware of that. So yeah, so with that, I have now recorded for 30 minutes exactly, and with that I want to wrap up this video by saying thanks for an amazing year. You know, a lot of people is just kind of wondering like what keeps me going, and to be completely honest, what keeps me going is, well, what can I say, it's my love for creating content and recording. Like, I've been the type of guy to record what I do. Like, I've been recording the stuff that I do since like 2010. I've been recording for like long. I remember starting recording random clips or whatever the fuck I was doing back when I was like on like a Sony Ericsson like flip up to get the keyboard type phone, like way back in 2009 2010, and it has just kind of stuck with me. And well, as far as my gaming channel and my streaming side of things go, it's just my love for games, my love for creating content, and now also my love for VTubing and VTubers and stuff, as I've become a VTuber pretty much full-time over on my gaming channel, and I stream with my VTuber model mainly on Twitch. I haven't streamed with my model on Twitch yet because I never got the time this year, but that's something I really want to do, hype up my stream and try to stream lots in 2024 with my model and try and build up my community on Twitch. And of course then maybe bring that over to this channel, and maybe my lights and sound channel, and then of course my gaming channel, since that's probably what's gonna get the most per se uplift, if you will. And just generally, you know, it's not always about the amount of views you get. It's also a lot about what you're doing. Like, a lot of you guys know I don't work any official jobs besides for maybe an offsite gig here and there, and that's because I do have the financial backing and support that I need. Yeah, it's just really what drives me is always been my love for content creation, and I've been, well, into this pretty much since, well, my early days. Of course, Frit did dab off around the 2016 era, and I'm not gonna go in on that, but for those who knows, they know. And then I started coming back online again, per se, in 2019, early 2019. Was it late 2018, early 2019? Started coming back online. Summer 2019, I was pretty much fully back online. And, well, I had earlier channels that I'm not really going to mention, but I pretty much completely rebranded. 2021, summer 2021, I built my first ever gaming tower or proper gaming tower. Myself, it was with 3700X. It was like, what, 16 gigs of RAM, that later became 32. I was just using the stock Rift cooler that came with it, a old 980 Ti which was having artifacting, so that was fun living with for a while until I upgraded to a 3060 and added more RAM, and that was in the Graphite 760T case. And yeah, and then before that, winter 2019, if not it was winter 2020, I don't remember. I think it was maybe winter 2019, I don't remember, where I got kind of upgraded to an MSI Leopard G something I believe, which was my Jan's old laptop. And before that was some of like my Lenovo Tonkbook, as I like to call them, my Lenovo ThinkPad, like i3 machine, which it was put through its paces, my boy. I played so much more than Minecraft on that thing. I even have some videos of that up on my gaming channel, I believe. Like the Technic 1710 videos from back in the day was recorded on that laptop, as well as I think some Direwolf stuff too was recorded on that laptop, I believe, unless that was after I switched to the MSI laptop, I don't remember. Anywho, so yeah, that's really what drives me. So now I'm gonna take the end of this video before I make this video an hour long, because it's 38 minutes now. So I want to say thank you guys for sticking with me through 2023, and let's make 2024 an even better year. So yes, that's really what I want to say. Gonna leave this video pretty unedited as far as my talking points, and just smack things over it, but I will do that tomorrow because the clock is now 4 AM, so I should probably head to sleep. So I want to say thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video and this year for me. If you guys did, a like would be greatly appreciated, and as always, check out links down below for my socials and all of that. And until 40 new year, what the fuck was I just trying to say? And until next year, stay tuned to stay awesome, and Nikolai Valor.